very unstable connection with Kyiv. The ambassador has literally moved heaven and earth in order to be with us today, and we may lose her at any moment. So I'm going to start the meeting right now and ask her for her opening statement. It's only in the last 5 or 10 minutes we actually knew that we were going to have the ambassador with us. So, Ambassador, thank you for all your efforts to be with us. I know you're in a very difficult situation, and so I'll just ask you for your opening 5-minute statement, and then members will move to questions. And colleagues, at one point we were going to collapse the whole meeting into one. Now we're back to what was in the published notice. So there we are.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, honorable members of the committee. Thank you for the opportunity for me to address to you today. I'm addressing you from Kyiv, which just from Ukraine, where just half an hour ago there was another alarm and sirens were allowed in many regions of the country. Today, we face a big cyber attack on the biggest mobile operator. That's why millions of people in the country have no access to their cell phones and to the internet connection. And we are facing, as I will brief you today, that Russia's attacks are not only in the war on the battlefield, but that's also the attacks as a hybrid war, as a propaganda, and also the attacks on the cyber attacks on the critical infrastructure. According to the General Staff of our armed forces, Russian Federation continues to wage the war of aggression despite the significant losses. So from the beginning of full-scale Russian invasion up to today, Russia already lost over 339,000 of personnel, 5,600 tanks, 10,500 APVs, over 8,000 artillery systems, 324 aircrafts, 324 helicopters, and over 6,000 of UAVs and 1,500 cruise missiles. But it does not stop Russia continuing the war. Today, the heaviest fights are on the east, near Avdiivka, near Liman, and near Kupiansk. Despite the heavy losses and the average losses of Russian troops in one day in November exceeds 800 people. Despite that, Russia continued to use the tactics as they used near Bakhmut, just throwing the people into the fight and not taking really into account the losses. And also Russia continues to attack critical infrastructure. Just yesterday, 8 ballistic missiles were Russia launched 8 ballistic missiles over the Kyiv region because, and thank you for also Canada for providing us air defense system. All of these 8 ballistic missiles were intercepted. And over the night of December 11, Russia also launched 18 Shahed drones, trying to use the same strategy as Russia did last winter, attacking critical infrastructure and trying to deprive people from electricity, from mobile connection. And the level of the UAVs Russia is using, it's over now 3,000 of Shahed type drones that Russia have launched over Ukrainian critical infrastructure, over 300 cruise missiles, 23 ballistic missiles, and only for Kyiv, with the recent times, there were 400 Shahed drones. And we see that Russia does not stop its attempt. As we understand and as we estimate, Putin wants to his own propaganda inside the country to show any small achievements of Russia is putting enormous efforts and suffering huge losses, trying to get either some small community or some major step forward and does not count on any losses, both of equipment and the personnel. We are holding the line, and in some regions we are advancing. Of course, it requires for us, first of all, artillery shells, air defense system, armored vehicles. And I would like to thank you, Canada, for being a partner in all of the major coalitions that we had together with our partners. Today, we have 54 countries who are the member of so-called Ramstein Coordination Platform, all of the NATO countries plus non-NATO countries. And I would like to thank you for all of the military support that Canada have provided for the training of Ukrainian soldiers. It's crucially important. And for us, now the top 5 priority needs for Ukraine, as we are moving to the winter air defense, first of all, to protect civilian objects, to protect the cities. Ammunition is needed in a big scale, and ammunition is something that we need on a daily basis, and this is one of the top 5 priorities for us. Armored vehicles, with thanks for Canada for announcing the support of further supply of the armored vehicles, and we really appreciate if they can be sent to Ukraine, delivered in the nearest future. And also important thing for us is the UAVs, because now on the front line, a lot of UAVs and the system of the electronic warfare, also to protect our soldiers, to protect our army on the front line from the Russian UAVs. The new system of electronic warfare are of the high priority. Also, what we do on our side is put a lot of attention into also the strengthening Ukraine defense sector. On the 29th of September, we launched in Kyiv a big defense capabilities forum, where the companies, 250 major players from countries all over the world participated in the forum, and now bringing and building the partnership between the defense sector companies, Ukrainian and our partners, including Canada. And we look forward for this partnership as one of the ways to build the defense capabilities and defense production with those companies in Ukraine. And thank you for having me, and I will be ready to answer all of your questions.
Thank you, Madam Ambassador.